Christopher Ward are back with some new Sealanders. These are coming in their 36mm case, and I'm kind of surprised they haven't done this already, but these are stone dial watches. I have all 4 versions on hand for review, and I have the 2 bracelets that they are coming on. So without further ado, let's flip the camera and take a look at Christopher Ward's latest release, the Sealander with stone dials. I'm almost a little bit surprised that Christopher Ward haven't done this sooner, but here we are. This is the Sealander with stone dials. They're calling this the rock solid style. I always have to come up with something, but here it is. These are stone dial versions of their very popular Sealander. There are 4 different colors. I have all 4 dials to show you guys. This is the yellow tiger's eye, malachite, which I think will probably be a crowd favorite. And then you have turquoise, and this one is called charite. Now, I've never really seen that before, but it looks like amethyst, essentially. There's a little bit of white in it, which is a little bit different from amethyst. It's a deep purple and light purple mixed up with some maybe very, very light purple. So I'll do close-ups of all the dials so you could see each one of them. But like I said, I think the malachite will probably be the most popular. Usually with stone dials, green, malachite is always very popular. This is the Sealander. So you are getting 150 meters of water resistance, a screwed-in crown, a screwed-in case back, 36mm case, 11.2mm thickness, and a lug-to-lug of around 43mm, 47mm on the bracelet. You can get this on a bracelet or a strap, and there are 2 bracelets available. There is the batter bracelet, which is their 3-link bracelet, and then the consort bracelet. By the way, both of them do get on the fly micro adjust. Obviously, this is a butterfly clasp. The other is a dive style clasp. So you're getting on the fly micro adjust that is a dive style on that batter bracelet. On the consort, you are getting something that is very similar to what you get on the 12. They just recently added this. It is very, very simple to use, and you get that on both sides. So it's about 1.5 millimeters, 1 millimeter on each side. And then of course you're getting a double push button milled clasp on the batter bracelet with that push button. And you get a little bit more room for micro adjust, about 3 to 4 millimeters there, maybe even a little bit more than that. Automatic movements inside, of course, so they are giving you the Sellita SW200, and that gets a custom rotor, the Christopher Ward custom rotor. The purple dial is really good looking. You have applied indices. Those are diamond finished, so they are diamond polished. And then you have their logo that is applied. That is right below the 12 o'clock. The hands are typical Christopher Ward sporty hands. No lume on the seconds hand because technically these are dressier versions of the Sealander. I guess that's the reason why, but there is a lot of lume on the hands. I believe there is no lume on the indices, but we will do a lume shot towards the end of the video. It only says automatic on the dial, nothing else. The turquoise blue is a very deep blue. There's a little bit of white in there as well, sort of a swirling pattern, very similar to the purple dial. All the cases are their light catcher case. Light catcher cases are awesome. You have polishing, brushing. There's a very nice polishing on the edge of the top and the bottom of the case, brushing along the sides. Their cases are really good looking. You do get crown guards, but they're very slight crown guards on this watch, and you do get a sizable crown. For a 36mm watch, you are getting an over 6mm crown, which is excellent. A flat sapphire crystal with AR coating and a flat sapphire crystal on the case back. And then of course this is the tiger's eye. They call this a yellow tiger's eye. It's like a brownish color. Beautiful piece of tiger eye on here. It's very even. The consort bracelet and the batter bracelet get solid links. They are screwed links, solid end links, quick release. And if you are getting the batter bracelet, the clasp is all milled. On my wrist today is one of the coolest watches ever made by Christopher Ward. This is the Christopher Ward 12X, fully skeletonized with their SH21 in full titanium on the fly micro adjust. Awesome watch, 120 hours of power reserve. It's just spec after spec. I love this watch. There is the purple dial on my 7.5-inch wrist. Now, if you want this watch on this bracelet, so the batter bracelet, there's a couple of different prices because the bracelets have different pricing. So if you want it on a strap, it's $1,175. If you want it on the consort bracelet, it's $1,430. On this bracelet, the batter bracelet, it's $1,385. And there is the malachite on my 7.5-inch wrist. This is the consort bracelet, so this is slightly more expensive than the batter bracelet at $1,430. This is a 36 millimeter watch spot on, not including those crown guards. But those crown guards don't really make a difference. You have a large crown at around 6 millimeters, just over 6 millimeters, and a 43 millimeter lug to lug. Both of these watches do get male end links, so they wear a little bit larger at around 47 millimeters. I have a 7.5-inch wrist, so it really doesn't make all that much difference. In fact, I would say that they wear like a 37 millimeter watch essentially on wrist, maybe between a 36 and a 37 millimeter watch. This is an 11 millimeter thickness, so they aren't very thick. You do get that Sellita SW200, so they wear very comfortably. Really good looking watches, and these stone dials make them a lot dressier. Well, there you can see the lume is good on here. The hands are liberally applied with lume, but it's only the hour and minutes, no seconds, so you cannot see that your watch is working in the dark. I do like to see that. These are good looking watches. I wish there was a little bit more lume, maybe on the indices, but I get it. These are more of a dress watch from Christopher Ward. They really don't make many dress watches. This is the closest thing to a straight up dress watch that they currently make, I would say. I'm not mistaken, I believe, but I believe that is the case. So that's the reason why there is just lume on that hour and minutes hand. That being said, this does get 150 meters of water resistance on the Fly Micro Adjust. It is Swiss made. You get the Sellita SW200. It's a sports watch that you can use every single day. You can go anywhere and do anything with this watch. That's why they call it the Sealander. It does make a lot of sense. Very good looking, and adding these stone dials makes it a little bit dressier. Less lume, but still very capable. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of these watches? What do you think of what Christopher Ward are doing? I cannot wait to see what they come out with next. This is not a huge release, but again, they are constantly rethinking and revamping and adding and taking away and doing things to all of their watches, which I think is really cool. It tells me that they are trying to make them better or offer you something different constantly. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next video.